Hey everyone, I'm Chef Andrew, Executive Chef for Mezzetta. Think of me as your cooking coach, your personal chef and your best friend in the kitchen. I'm here to show you how to cook more creatively and add more flavors, styles, and products into your repertoire. We at Mezzetta believe that cooking is the best form of expression. Because if you think about it, when you share your food, you're sharing a part of yourself. So I'm going to share with you one of my all-time favorite recipes, chicken cacciatore. Let's get to it. Alright, cacciatore. It translates to hunter in Italian, and this is a rustic dish that combines chicken, tomatoes, some peppers, onions, some savory Italian herbs, and normally a wine. Now, I grew up in an Italian household, and this is my dad's favorite recipe. So as you can imagine, we ate this a lot. But as a kid, I had a really hard time waiting as the smells of chicken and tomato and all of those savory Italian herbs permeated through the kitchen that I actually took it upon myself to create a version of chicken cacciatore that we can make in one pan in under an hour and with just 10 ingredients. So let me show you how. First, we're going to start by seasoning our chicken thighs. We're using bone-in, skin-on chicken thighs. You want that dark meat and you want that crispy skin. You could also use drumsticks or a combination of both. So I'm going to season it with salt and pepper. And then what I want to do is I want to turn on my pan to about medium-high heat. We're going to sear that skin of the chicken so it gets nice and crispy and brown. Now, I do want to highlight our beautiful Mezzetta products. Our Mezzetta products are going to take all of the time out of this recipe for you. We're going to make it possible for you to accomplish that slow simmered flavor in record time. So I'm going to heat up some olive oil, about 2 tablespoons. And once that gets nice and hot, we're going to add in our chicken thighs, skin side down. Now, what we want to do is we want to cook this for about 4 to 5 minutes. On one side, we're going to flip it over. We're going to cook it for another 4 to 5 minutes. Even just the smell of the chicken, I'm getting flashbacks to my mom making this for dinner on a Sunday night. This is what you want to look. You want to just go a little bit past this. Alright, so the chicken's out of the pan. It's cooked on both sides. It's not cooked all the way yet, but we're going to finish it in a sauce. So now we need to build that sauce. So what I want to do is add 1 onion that's just nice and thinly sliced to the pan, and we're going to let that sweat down until the onions are tender and a little caramelized. So while the onion cooks down and gets nice and caramelized, I want to talk about olives for a minute. Olives are traditional to cacciatore, and for this recipe I'm going to use pitted Greek Kalamata olives. They have this distinct fruity wine-like flavor that I think really adds something special to this cacciatore. They're sourced from only the finest Greek olives from a small family farm that we've been working with for over 30 years. And they're offered in pitted, sliced, and whole. For this recipe, I'm going to go with the pitted. Red bell peppers are another traditional ingredient to this recipe, but I wanted to add that extra depth of roasted flavor. So I'm going to be using our Mezzetta roasted red bell peppers. All of our Mezzetta roasted red bell peppers are sourced from local farms, and they are roasted and packed within 24 hours of harvest. They have this tender flesh with this nice smoky flavor that really adds something special to this recipe. Now it's time for the star of our show, our Mezzetta family recipe marinara. I love our pasta sauce because you can really taste the love and care that goes into it. And all of these recipes come straight out of the Mezzetta family kitchen. We're going to add this whole jar straight into the pan with our olives, peppers, and onions. So our sauce has come to a boil. Now I want to add the chicken thighs back in. I'm just going to nestle them right into the sauce. Chicken's back in. I'm going to bring the heat to low, place the lid on the pan, let it simmer for about 30 minutes until the chicken is fully cooked through. Okay, it's been about 30 minutes. Now it's time for the big reveal. Oh, that smells incredible. The onion it's the olives, those roasted red bell peppers, and that beautiful Mezzetta marinara. Oh, I feel like I'm back in my home as a child, just anxiously waiting to eat this. So I'm gonna finish it off. There's one more thing we have to do. I'm gonna sprinkle this with a little bit of Italian parsley, just to give it a little bit of color. Now you can serve this as is. I recommend serving it over polenta or maybe even some zucchini noodles if you're looking for a little bit of a healthier option, but old habits die hard. I'm gonna eat it over a nice plate of cooked pasta. Let's get a little bit of that beautiful sauce. Make sure we get all of those olives and red bell peppers. A little extra parsley. And there you have it. Our beautiful weeknight, one pot chicken cacciatore using Mezzetta family recipe marinara, beautiful Kalamata olives, amazing roasted red bell peppers. Thank you so much for allowing me to share a little bit of myself with you today. This recipe means so much to me, and I hope that I've inspired you to not only make this, but to add a little bit more Mezzetta into your day-to-day cooking. Stay tuned for more recipes and videos just like this one, and make sure to follow us on our social media. Happy cooking, and I'll see you again soon.